And we're back! Guess who's back in the cell?
Yeah, everyone. I look grim as always.
I think if he doesn't look grim, it's cause for concern.
Man,
Or
could you
we're just
imagine
in
him
part 4 of the series.
smiling and laughing? Kind of creepy.
That is kind of creepy.
Miles Edgeworth would be the type of person who still has a scowl on his face when they're celebrating his birthday. It's like,
I just imagine him in like a one size too small birthday hat with like candles and the cake is on fire.
It's also
he's just
off
like-
to the side a little bit, and you could tell that someone else put it on him. He didn't put it on himself.
And you can hear in the background of the camera Miles goes, smile!
Okay.
And we're back. Or
Yeah.
did we already say that?
Yeah, I already said that.
Okay.
We've been in like the video for a minute already. So,
I've lost my mind, okay? Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. The breach of trust between friends.
class trial, what do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
I think he repressed it. I think he repressed everything pre-father's death.
My first memory was my first ever scolding by Von Karma. I have no memories before that.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right.
That's
Yes,
the face of someone who had repressed it and was like, oh.
Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really matters to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Along
thought it
with
was
my
because he got-
sister and his parent
And
and
his
his
girl-
ancestor
And his girlfriend.
and the magic of generations long past.
And a fate from another, and the fate of another series. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. Well, that said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do.
It sounds like the kind of thing Phoenix would fixate on.
You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, even to a fault, even.
I don't think you guys are friends enough to be on like a first name basis.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps.
Ouch. Let's show you court evidence.
Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. Said you
Just
wanted
said
to
the
be a
D
defense
word.
attorney, right?
You said the D words.
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father.
The only other person it could have been.
His name was Yanni Yogi.
Unless someone snuck in through the air vent.
He had to be the shooter, the way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. We lost all memory of that murder. Lost your memory?
Or he's repressed it.
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to oxygen starvation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. Well, yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty, dude. That
Except
exists?
now.
That's when I changed my mind. Started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma?
Oh my god.
He's my teacher and a man I who deserves respect. I learned everything I know in the courtroom from his techniques.
So he dangled you off of balconies to show you what the true meaning of justice was. So
Yeah.
he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
I don't think she dangled anyone out of windows. He's a perfectionist in all things. Court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
That must not have been a fun upbringing at
Spent
all.
hours with a comb and the carpet. Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent ever.
Which means probably a lot of false guilty verdicts just to get the trial he wanted.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who might have deserved the verdict probably got off worse.
But I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Valkara does is his job, is to find suspects guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's not well impossible for to find the weakness in him.
Well, I think Phoenix might have found it by just being Phoenix.
Should a weakness appear, we would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, then you're headed for the guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's just too ingrained, I think.
It's a strange situation in which I found myself, I admit. Yeah, no kidding. I believe...
Do we have anything to present to him?
Well, the only
We
thing
have
that
to
is
know.
new is the letter from the safe, so...
Edgeworth.
Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack at where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see.
He read it.
Yeah. I was like, here, Edgeworth. I
it
can't grab it through
written
the
or typed?
plexiglass. He like presses up and it tapes it to the screen. It's like, okay, now you can see it. I was
Is
like,
it
yeah.
written or typed?
Handwritten. Revenge on me.
Who's that old guy anyways?
I do not know. Could it be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty of something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
And he's only been doing this for a couple of years. So he was following this letter then.
Which means there was someone else behind it.
So now we have motive.
Yeah.
We have motive outside of Edgeworth.
Now, here's the interesting thing.
'Cause
Are we going to have to convict the old man? Or are we going to have to convict the guy who wrote the note?
I think whichever person we can get our hands on.
Because
that's not Edgeworth.
The true perpetrator would be the person who wrote the note who set him up, because effectively that would be hiring a killer to do it,
Well,
and so
no.
the person hiring would be the one who...
That's conspiracy.
Yeah.
That's conspiracy to commit murder, in which case it's murder in the second. We could get... He could be facing up to manslaughter and nothing else. Meanwhile, the person who did the killing will get the life sentence. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, but they could also say that the caretaker is not fit for trial because he's kind of out of it, so he wouldn't be able to fulfill his sentence, so it would then default onto the guy who ordered the hit.
Either one. It's whichever person we can get our hands on first, I think.
2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance. Is it because the the statute of limitations, that would make the most sense.
Yeah. Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitation on the DL6 incident. Yeah, and Edward at this point probably would be piecing together that it's...
piecing stuff together and not telling us.
The two people who are responsible are the caretaker must be the security officer who was in the elevator at the time.
Mm-hmm. And if it's handwritten, we could probably get that cross-reference to the person who actually wrote it.
Yeah. In fact, Edgeworth probably knows...
Oh, yeah. He knows. He knows who wrote that. I'd be surprised if he didn't recognize it.
And again, if Yogi wasn't responsible for that, for the killing in the DL6 incident, then more than likely the person who wrote the note is responsible for the DL6 incident. So we could technically, even if it's on manslaughter charges, get him convicted of the 15-year sentence that has been waiting for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent, we were just talking about.
Why would he want revenge? He was declared innocent.
Back out. He might have more talking points. Yeah, there you go. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. Yeah, I figured he was a bailiff. Bailiff? Yeah. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago, almost to the day. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever.
In the dark, so even if Miles had seen something, he wouldn't have been able to identify it. What I don't get is why Yogi wants revenge on Miles. What did Miles do? He was unconscious. Unless Miles wasn't, and it wasn't pitch black.
I think what they're trying to insinuate at this point is that Miles Edgeworth might think that he was the one who shot the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And that this is Yogi's last chance to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth, who is the actual guilty party here.
Yeah, but he was found innocent. He got to walk free.
Not... Yogi was the only one who was conscious when the doors were open, I believe. I believe that is the, that is what we learned.
Okay. Okay, so it wasn't completely dark.
Yeah. Air thinned, and the darkness closed on us in that little box. We became unsettled. I can't breathe, I yelled. Quiet, I said quiet. We're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Please help us, I believe the bailiff was saying.
Oh, then
Don't
that must
shout,
be
you'll
his,
just use up
his
more
dad.
oxygen.
All calm there, trying to be the calm, responsible party.
Yeah. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yana Yogi's mental condition was called into question. The oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity.
Which has been known to happen.
In the end, claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether I should tell you or not. You mean the nightmare?
You mean the nightmare? That's probably actually a memory that's been resurfacing because of stress, and because you're in the same location where it all happened.
A nightmare I had. A memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed. Memory of a murder. Murder.
Did he accidentally lash out?
I think the time has come to tell all.
Oh, I wish you would.
Okay, the nightmare. For the last 15 years, I had the same dream almost every night. I'd wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dock. Yeah, just repeating this. This actually explains why he remembers this so vividly. Because he keeps having this recurring...
Nightmare?
Yeah. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you... Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking my dad. Then I see the pistol laying at my feet. I'll know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs.
Why would he have a gun?
The DL6 gun from the evidence. Wait, no, this is the DL6 incident.
Yeah.
It would have been the gun from that trial. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
And he throws it. He doesn't fire it, so it's probably still has the safety on. And if it's a court pistol, it doesn't have any bullets to it. Because why would they leave the bullets in the gun and then bring it into a courtroom? Unless it's the bailiff.
Yeah, it's the bailiff's gun.
Mm-hmm.
Get away from my father.
I think he's I do believe he might have thrown the gun or something. But I think that there was time in between throwing that gun and the bang.
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right? Looks at the camera, right?
I mean, there's no evidence.
And it's not like that they can take the reoccurring dreams of a traumatized 10-year-old to court.
That thought was the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real?
I think there's time in between throwing the gun and the bang that Miles has forgotten about or displaced, because dreams do that.
You say that sometimes people shut memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What? Don't be crazy.
If you think about the way that letter makes sense, get your revenge on Miles. Think about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edward, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6.
I don't
shot my
believe
father.
that.
Oh, this is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I mean, that's impossible.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we could do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot more about the DL6 incident. Maybe...
Polly.
No. Grossberg.
Oh. So we bring Polly to Grossberg, then. There is somebody else who knows about DL6.
Okay.
Because he was a rookie defense lawyer at the time.
Yeah. Mr. Grossberg?
I like how there's still just this empty, unpainted space. that light and dust hasn't touched.
Hello there. You look troubled.
No kidding, I can't believe you're not.
Just calm down and tell me what happened,
And Mr. Edgeworth, he's given up hope.
I see. So Edward dreamt he shot his own father.
I know. It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder, though.
What?
Well, if that's the case, then why did you look so troubled?
Because if Manfred finds out about this, he's gonna run with it, whether or not it's true. Well?
Well, also consider this. Yogi looks, quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth, so, they wanted to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Edward's dream was not a dream, that it was actually real.
I don't believe
As you would imagine.
that.
Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol, to save his father, the pistol fired, and the deed was done.
I don't believe that, though.
Also, I just realized that Miles's outfit is probably inspired by Case Closed, aka Detective Conan.
Yeah.
Like, I figured that
With
might
the
actually be
tie.
the reason. Yeah, with the bow tie.
I don't believe it either, Maya.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was inexorably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This is his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. So, what do you actually know about Edward's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. Sounds trite, but true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
She was around at the time? Or was she just so spectacular even as an apprentice? My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. Well, that's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forced testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
Which means that probably he had... That means that Von Karma was at the courthouse that
At the
day.
time.
At the time, yeah. Because they just allude to the fact that Karma was was the one that he just lost to.
Mm-hmm. So that means that... Oh, yeah.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called him a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
That was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was... You see. Yeah, now that I think about it, it seems the only one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. Yeah, I don't believe that one.
I don't believe it either.
So you're saying he falsified his testimony from the freaking grave? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, it's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Yeah. So, I think we have to also show him the, There we go. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem like Yogi was following this letter when he killed Emmett.
But that still makes Yogi guilty for this trial that
Yes.
we're working on. And by the end of this trial, either way, the statute of limitations will run out, so who cares? about the DL6, besides Miles and everyone involved, which is about half the town.
Tomorrow in court, if we can prove that this case is tied to the DL6 because of his grudge against Edgeworth, it does actually bring up that case, which means that we can solve that case due to its statute of limitations running out on that day.
Okay. But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was skilled the defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Why not just go after Miles then? Just not include Hammond. Because that's the part that gets me. Why include Hammond? You could just as easily fake a death with Yanni Yogi alone with Miles, and then suddenly you've got no body and witnesses of a gunshot.
Yeah.
So Robert Hammond is the weak link in that argument.
Which means that there must be a reason why the person who wanted him to get revenge on Edgeworth wanted Hammond also out.
Not to call him as a witness, most likely, because he probably knows information on Yanni Yogi.
His own sake? If you never trusted his clients, that one. The thing he trusted was his own ability.
I don't see how that... So he got his client innocent, so why should it matter?
It's probably because
Maya.
he got his client innocent
Through
by
insanity.
what other means possible. That's the problem.
Isn't that the point of a defense attorney?
The actual idea is quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but for no one but himself.
The one thing unfortunate is that no one can see my, face of disbelief and confusion. It's like, why should that matter? He got him innocent.
Yogi was free, but socially he was ruined.
He would have been socially ruined anyways. This is Japan.
You'll understand soon enough. Wait! Oh, what is it? Oh, this letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago.
And you're gonna tell us. Because Miles wouldn't.
Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Oh, it gives us the option. Because it can't be Yanni.
Edgeworth? What? Why in heavens would he write something like
Why
this?
would you do that?
Why, this letter is an attempt to destroy Miles. So think before you speak, Queen Award. Oh, he's angry. Think again. Do you have any idea who wrote this? Well, it could be the guy. Maybe it was Yogi? Yogi? You claim he wrote himself a letter and then followed his own instructions? Yeah, like mementos. Ah, yes, like mementos. Yeah, I guess that would be what happened. Maybe you think Mr. Yogi has a split personality.
Did you see him in court?
I think that's definitely a possibility, yes. Nah, I think not. I would... No.
You know who is.
There's no way I'd recognize his handwriting in that situation. Oh, yeah. Yes, right. I will ask you again for the third time, because you're running out of choices.
I mean, it would explain why Miles was so tight-lipped about who wrote it, because he obviously recognized the handwriting on sight.
Could it be Von Karma, then? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? It's not like it's the final choice. Well...
I'm not so sure, but we tried everything else and you wouldn't say yes.
On second thought, it might actually be Edgeworth. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means that Von Karma's guilty of conspiracy!
Yeah, and he needs to be actually thrown out and gotten a different attorney, and because the prosecutor would be thrown out, he would actually be in limbo state, meaning that he would actually get an innocent guilty because technically there was no prosecutor to call him guilty.
Mm-hmm. The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct, Manfred von Karma himself.
Why?
What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
Probably because he's guilty of the DL6 incident.
If it was truly Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth.
Like he's gonna tell us.
He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father.
Well, why not just bring that up in court?
He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no.
But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? As if he was bugging his room or something. Even if Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet, I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. Yeah, I've been told. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
Well, that I do believe.
What do you mean? Well, I mean it was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial and scarred. Then what happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he won. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence.
Which was true, and he still does to this day, and everyone knows about, but no one will call him on it because they're too afraid of him.
And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma had ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. Took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
No, he had to kidnap a small boy.
Vacation? Yeah, he left the country, like immediately afterwards. He didn't even stay for the court proceedings. Who knew?
He took his family, and funnily enough, he had 3 plane tickets.
Yes, unusual event for that man. It was the first and last vacation he had taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? That makes a lot of sense.
Like, his vacations are between trials.
His vacations are when he goes out and clubs seals. Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. No, honey. He lived there.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case... Oh.
Yeah, in any case, this was the only time he had taken a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick?
Marcoma's gonna bring up DL6, you could bet on it. Oh wait.
What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
Well, I won't let him.
We'll just do second verse same as the first, or I suppose first and second verse same as the third.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that.
Well, actually, they call it self-defense.
I just believe Edgeworth's innocence. Can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself, and they obviously tape stuff in the interrogation rooms. And in the room that we're in, his father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Please Falls might have something to hold of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
You're actually doing something important.
Oh, I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. Police materials,
One day left.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Yogi. Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be back today. Staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Well, I can't just have anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. We could go as long as he's there.
We're gonna get our shoes bricked in cement. Von Karma?
Yeah, he just arrived, actually. Karma's in the records room.
I think we should wait until he slips out. Unless he's stealing evidence. Nick, let's hurry. Dusty as always.
We were just here yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing he isn't here. Von Karma. Here are the files. Collected case reports. Large volume of files here.
Wow. These are all case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases.
I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust. Well, at least it was solved.
Hey, the cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases, and it's open. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are question marks.
Why is that open?
Most of it just looks like some random junk.
Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that, it's evidence.
Yeah, Maya, really. Don't be touching stuff you shouldn't.
Yeah. Looked like there were files in the glass case. Case is so dusty I can't even see what's inside.
Nick, it's locked.
Yeah, they must keep important case files in there.
Probably ongoing case files.
Yeah, it's probably the one in the back. Shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room, too.
Yeah, we're looking for one here. Nick, let's get what we need and get out. This dust is gadding to me.
Oh, it was the open one. Dang it.
Oh, one of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in.
Yeah, someone must have been looking at it recently.
The label says unsolved cases evidence.
Unsolved cases.
Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty.
What? What are you doing in here?
We have permission.
Ah, you look strange from front on.
I know.
Von Karma!
Von Karma!
You look far more gaunt than normal. You. How do you know my name? Huh?
Huh?
Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, I rarely remember case attorneys. They're like bugs to me, nearly stings to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor.
We're not showing you evidence. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? I was. He's his own...
romanticist who can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate.
Why was he your apprentice then?
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt you a blow to an otherwise perfect record? So you did, but what I don't get is, why'd you take his son under your wing afterwards?
That is the question.
Son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
It technically isn't. Except it is.
Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It has been a while since I had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit to his own guilt. So, his guilt from 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you have done your homework, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
Well, we'll just have to gag and tie him up in the corner of the room is all. He probably won't stay silent, but...
We are right. So, Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Okay, I think now we need to present the,
Why are we presenting him evidence like this? He's gonna take it.
Yeah, he's gonna take it.
He's
oh well.
gonna take it.
Oh well.
We need this evidence. Why are we showing it
Nah,
to
we don't
him?
need it. Don't worry.
No! No! This one or this one?
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
If he takes it, I am starting it unless we desperately need information.
Nah, he's most likely gonna take it.
I don't want him to take... I don't want this to be red, white, and blue all over again.
Don't worry. It's
Where
just
we-
a trope. Don't worry. Don't
Where
worry
we
about
get
it.
information stolen from us.
Mr. Von Karma, please
Why
look
are
at
we
this.
showing him this? I hate this. Why do we need to show him this information?
This was you, wasn't it? Who instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder?
It's got his handwriting on it.
Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. Told him to burn it after he read it.
He's taking it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it back to me. You saved me a lot of needless hassle. What?
Phoenix, you're dumb as bricks. Nick, what is that thing?
It's a stun gun for self-defense usually.
She's gonna throw us in a trunk and
I
kill
like how Nick is just nonchalant about like, yep, that's a taser. Indeed. 60,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. Wait. Don't worry, people don't die from it usually.
Unless they've got a heart attack.
Now give me the letter.
Pass it to Maya and have her run.
I will eat this letter first. Oh, thanks for destroying it for me. Dang it.
Did we really need to do this? What are you... Nick, run! Oh, she took the bullet for us. Thanks, girl!
Maya?
Oh, now we've got assault on our hand too. Isn't there a camera? Shouldn't there be a camera in this?
Yeah.
He stole it. And he's gonna burn it.
You got us. Letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 and evidence, all of it.
Why does Phoenix... Why did we need to do this? This is frustrating. This is frustrating.
Well, back to having no clues.
That was...
Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya?
Is she gone?
Maya, open your eyes.
Don't be dead. I can't have a second Fae dead on my hands.
Maya? Just start violently shaking her. Ah. Wait, no, I didn't want to present her evidence.
The letter. Did he take it?
Huh?
Did you
Oh, yeah.
fail?
Are you okay?
You failed! I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. Wow. That's assault.
Yeah.
I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. What did lawyering have to do with being tased? Not now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, Maya, honey. We love you.
Maya? Bridge sees to shake her again. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya's holding something.
What is that?
A bullet. DL6 incident Evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Huh, I remember. Varncombe was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Prove it to you in court tomorrow.
That was so frustrating. Can we set that? We need the bullet, don't we? More than we need that.
Yes.
I hate that. Because he was about to burn all of DL6 that he didn't need.
Okay, so...
He's about to absolutely destroy both of those evidences that involve him in any way.
Yeah, so next time we'll jump into the final day in trial. Final day in court.
I'm so angry.
No, we had to do that. It's for the greater good, you know?
The greater good.
Yeah.
The greater good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.